Yeah, Facts and Cap Podcast, episode 52. We back, baby.
Episode motherfucking 52.
And no, that's not Kazadi right there. To your left, Kazadi is in Africa. Shout out to Kazadi.
I think you sure to get a lot of vacation days.
We ain't missed nothing
This
yet.
is gonna be great.
And as y'all hear, we got the coach of the White Sox here. Inside joke. We got Tracy on here.
Hi.
What's up, Tracy?
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. You gonna be nice today?
I'm always nice.
You gonna get rid of that funky ass
I
attitude
don't
you
have
got
a
when you
funky
came in
ass
here?
attitude, sir. I just asked
That
one
means
question.
no.
I just asked one question.
Okay. So, you gonna start with a little sad news. Yeah, man. It seems like every episode, man. But you know, the world is a crazy one. So, Surfside, Florida, close to Miami. You know, the condo collapsed. Like a whole side of the condo collapsed, and the death toll is up to 64. They're still looking for people. I don't really have much to say about that. I just, pray and hope that everybody can find their loved ones and maybe get a proper burial for the ones that didn't make it. It's a sad situation, man. I just hear, all I'm seeing is just the craziest lawsuit ever.
That was funny.
Oh, they already started suing.
Oh, yeah.
Next day, lawsuits were filed.
Oh, yeah. It's about to go crazy because, damn, now it kind of give you a little paranoia when you go in a building. Like a big-ass building, you be like, damn, these motherfuckers just collapsed on them like they was just going home.
Definitely.
I don't know. That's crazy.
I wonder how much you can get for that.
Probably a couple million seeing and so all of this
Everybody
was
can
like
hear
in
Like, I
before,
wonder if they had,
before it happened.
Oh, it was.
Mm-hmm.
That whoever, because you can sue the people who own the condo, they're going to turn around and sue the people who made it, built it. I don't know how it works.
Through the inspectors, because
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
had an inspection
They
right
passed the
before.
inspection?
Nope, it was already notated that it was cracked, that it was in severe disrepair in the parking garage and
Oh, shit.
everything.
Everybody gets
Oh, yeah, everybody getting
No,
sued.
I'm suing everybody individually.
You gonna see some rich niggas committing suicide off of this shit. For real. Am I lying? The rich niggas ain't
They
never
don't
be
want to
broke.
pay.
They don't want to pay. They don't want to be broke. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But, what y'all want to start off with, man? What in the news you want to start off
Man,
with?
let's get something funny. Let's get something entertaining.
Something entertaining? Alright, we'll go to Lil Baby. I don't know if that's funny, but we'll go to Lil Baby and James Harden. So, I had a thing, so I talked about this on my reaction channel, right? And I got a thing, everybody that was at that all-white party, it's a fucking story. It's a fucking story from there. Something didn't happen. So we're gonna start off with Lil Baby and James Harden. Remember Lil Baby was there, James Harden was there having a tickling match with Meek Mill
Yes.
and shit.
Thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah. First of all, I think that's just a basketball player thing. Just always some basketball players that just play too much. You know what I'm
I can name a
saying?
lot of them.
Yeah, they just play too much. Always in the most severe situations. These motherfuckers, it could be some girls around. These niggas kicking with
That's
them.
when they do the shit the most.
Slap you in your dick. I swear to God. I'm not lying, bro. Especially in high school, it's just basketball players are always playing too fucking much.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Very
I guess Lil Baby and James Harden
Very
decided.
questionable.
Lil Baby and James Harden decided, I guess, hit the I-10 by 10 and go to Paris for Fashion Week. And I guess they thought they was in Atlanta or some shit, and they was moving around like we moving around and got pulled over. You see James Harden, he's being detained, they patting him down and whatnot. And then Lil Baby and allegedly 2 other people were arrested for 20 grams of marijuana. So, react.
In the States, that 20 grams ain't shit.
Yeah, that's less than an ounce.
Yeah, but they thought, niggas ain't never been nowhere before. Maybe they thought the rules was the same. Or they thought it wasn't that serious.
Well, maybe he thought somebody else was going to take the charge for him.
You know what I think? I think they took the charge for James Harden.
You think that was James Harden shit?
No. I think they all smoked him, including James Harden. But I think that James Harden's career is more on the line if he smoked weed. You get what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
Kind of.
Not like his career's gonna be over with, but like,
You don't want to be on
you know, the street
probation,
niggas look at the basketball.
suspended.
You know, the street niggas look at the basketball players like, you know, man, you stay out the way, dog. We're gonna take care of you. You know how they look at niggas like they look at basketball players. So I'm thinking maybe it's like that, but. Do I think Lil Baby definitely had 20 grams of weed on him? Yes. Do I think he was smoking it? Yes.
Do I think they didn't find all of it?
Yeah. He probably boofed it.
Yes.
He probably boofed it, you know, swallowed it, you know, whatever he had to do. But I do think, like, that kind of, like, I think as the United States, we just kind of arrogant as people. Because, like, I felt like, what made you think that you could just be in the car with 20 grams of weed in Paris? Like, you're so used to moving how you move in the U.S., like, you don't know nothing about that.
Celebrities sometimes think they're untouchable.
That's what I'm saying.
So, I mean.
Exactly. I agree.
Most
I
people
agree.
play a part in it, too.
Yeah, I
He
agree.
out here like, oh, I'm a baby. I'm good.
Exactly. They showed him trying to cop pleas and shit. He was in the back of the van and shit. He was talking, and I was just kind of like, I mean, bro, he just got to eat that charge at this point.
But do y'all think he really thought, like, I don't think he knew as much as James Harden knew how big of a crime that is over there than it is here.
I mean, how big of a crime is it?
I mean,
Because
they take it more serious.
They put him as like, I think they gave him a charge like transporting drugs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Over here, you wouldn't have got that for that.
That's why I say we're arrogant. We think we can move in anywhere we go the way that we move at home or in the States.
But
I'm not gonna lie, that is true. Because
I don't
when
think
I
it's
travel
arrogant.
international, no.
It's a certain type of arrogance.
Yeah.
Like
But
you to be
like you may know.
They
I
said
don't
the
think
car-
Lil Baby just sit there and
I
say,
mean,
That's
I'm
what
not-
we're
I'm
saying.
not-
That's a part of being arrogant. The fact that you think
Like, I'm
that you
a
can.
travel with it.
I can
I'm not
move.
travel with
Yeah.
20 grams.
He's basically what I'm saying is he's basically moving how he would move in the States because he's like, shit, I know how to move in the States. I'm that good. I know how to move in the States. Then you go to another country and you're ignorant to the fact of their laws, but you're still moving in a sense the way you would move in the country. That's arrogant. That's kind of arrogant in a sense. You know
I
what
was
I'm
gonna
saying?
say that he just dead ass ain't know.
You're looking at it. You're looking at it the same way as me, but you're just saying it different. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
I
that
get
he
what-
did it. That he did it. No, I'm pretty sure he wasn't aware of the law.
I just didn't think.
I just think that it's a subconscious. It's in his subconscious mind.
He
Like,
didn't care.
yeah, it's kind of like shit. I'm moving how I move. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's all I'm trying to say. It ain't nothing more than less. And James Harden, I think James Harden, like he's not looking good. It don't look good for him to be in that type of shit because you already held out last year and you came back to work fat as hell, and then you had injuries all season. Probably because it looks like you did no work during the off season.
I say he put on a little weight, so.
That nigga looked like he swallowed a little baby. That nigga came fat as hell. He was out of shape. He was hurt, and he's never hurt. He was hurt all season. He was hurt. That's why they couldn't get past what they
I mean,
was
a
the
little
playoffs.
extra weight, you know.
Now you're here, goddamn, hanging out with Lil Baby, who's fucking 4-5 years younger than you. He's a rapper. You. I'm just saying, it's not a good look, bro. Like when you leave Paris, you need to make sure you get on your grind and stay out of the way, bro.
That's not happening.
Yeah, it might. Or he just stay out of Paris.
Exactly.
Hey, listen, as much as you party, you need to be working. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna say nothing more than less. I don't doubt that he work, but just know these folks looking at you, and you're gonna get the blame next season if you come back looking the way you look. Yeah, I don't know. So, yeah. So let's go to Rachel Nichols since we talking about basketball. So let me see. I got her. Let me see if I can. I know how to think about it. Hold on. Okay, so Rachel Nichols was caught on camera, or some sound leak. She was on Zoom.
Mm-hmm. She was on a Zoom meeting that ended, but she didn't hit the end button on her end.
Okay. Wow.
Oh,
Ooh, Lord. See, look at God. Look at God. God always working in mysterious ways.
Damn, but
So she was just discussing ESPN. This was in 2020, right?
Yeah.
2020 during the pandemic where we on the podcast was saying that like all these businesses is pandering towards black people because of like the George Floyd situation. Remember, everybody was pro-black, all these, businesses. So ESPN, I guess ESPN was trying to was giving a promotion to Maria Taylor so she could kind of be the face of like the NBA Finals, football, whatever. And I guess it was threatening Rachel Nichols' job. So she was talking, and let me see if they got what she said. Let me just read this article, this little part. No, I ain't want to put it up because you could barely kind of hear. It's kind of, the clip ain't that, it's groggy. But it was like, I wish Maria Taylor all the success in the world. She covers football, she covers basketball, Nichols said in July 2020. If you need to give her more things to do because you're feeling pressure about your crappy long-time record on diversity, which, by the way, I know personally from a female side of it, like, go for it. Just find it somewhere else. You are not going to find it from me or taking my thing away. So she basically saying, like, I don't mind you giving her a promotion, just don't take my job.
And see, one part you missed in that, what she said, she said, you know, ESPN is known for their racism within or diversity issues, basically something along those lines. So which made it like, yeah, I know it's a problem with the cover, and I stand with them as long as I don't fuck with my job. And thinking that, speaking from just an employee, shit, can you be mad at her for saying that?
Not necessarily, because I don't want nobody taking my job either. I ain't gonna lie.
I heard certain parts in there, I'm like, you crossing the line. But
definitely,
her overall statement,
it's true, because don't nobody want to have nobody come and say.
So I just look at, while she's right in a sense, I think she's wrong in a sense as well.
She's wrong when she says, I feel the same thing as far as being a woman. And it's like, you can't compare that to being with racism. Like,
my whole thing is you can't talk about how ESPN basically holds people back. They have racism, and then you turn around and deflect the opportunity from a black woman as well. Now, you could have easily said, we could find a way to work it out maybe between both of us, or I don't know. You just seem like you're just as willing, like you're holding them to a standard saying they should have been doing this when you're in a situation where you could have done something. So to me, it just kind of comes off like, I get what you're saying, but you just...
And at the same time, I'm going to keep my job security. Don't come from my job.
Yeah, I mean, she got to know that, like, her job ain't legal now. They're actually taking her job because of the outrage. So it's like...
Yeah.
So now they got 2 black women doing it.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like you should have been smarter about the situation. You can't say you ain't do nothing wrong because look at the outrage. Look at now what happened. So it's just like you can't say I stand up for black women as long as they ain't taking my position. Basically.
I mean, they say it on camera.
But that's kind of like what it comes off of. But I get it. But that really just shows the politics and jobs, period. Like, when you work in corporate America, that really is how people talk behind closed doors.
Oh,
like,
definitely.
The person who might not be the most deserving might hold more weight. So that's really what that sounds like. Just that politic game, right? It's never been about who's the best. So I don't know Rachel Nichols, and then Steven Jackson, he came and vouched for her.
What you saying? Oh.
He was just saying, like, I work with ESPN too. It's not about Rachel Nichols, it's about ESPN. You see how they, like they want to pander towards black people, blah, blah, blah. Like, that was his
that's the
thing.
part that fucked me up. Bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Nigga, they gonna fire your ass. She gonna...
Well, he don't work for ESPN. He worked with Fox. He's worked with them before.
Okay.
He worked with Fox Sports, so he don't give a fuck. My thing, I guess I would say is, nigga, whenever it's a situation like this going on, and you are the black guy defending the white woman, it's not going to look good.
I mean, because she wouldn't have spoken up for you.
Right, exactly. She ain't speaking up for Maria. That's the whole thing. Like, she didn't speak up for Maria. She said she'd give it a job, just not mine. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know, brother. I don't know. So, good luck with that, Steven Jackson. Lil Uzi Vert and Britney.
Breakdance Uzi.
Another nigga that was at the Hamptons.
He was enjoying. He was living his best life.
Another nigga, he was out here, you know, twirling around. Him and Bobby Smurda was hugging up and shit. They were cuddling at the DJ booth. Y'all seen that?
I ain't speaking
They
They had a dance battle. They had a dance battle. They had a dance
I
battle.
ain't speaking nothing nobody.
They gonna shoot this one. Hey, listen. You know.
Maybe it's problem. Don't
so-
come looking for us.
Let's see what the link reads. Alright. Lil Uzi versus ex-girlfriend Brittany Bird filed a police report Friday alleging that the rapper struck her and threatened her with a gun. TMZ reports. Sources told the publication that Bird and artist St. John were at Dialogue Cafe in West Hollywood for a business meeting when Uzi exited an Escalade and confronted them. The Shade Room reports that the filmmaker and the musician James Samuels was at the meeting with Bird and John. Uzi reportedly threw a punch, missed John, and his gun fell on the ground. Before Brittany approached him from the table, he allegedly put the gun against her stomach and struck her. TMZ reports the publication reported initially that Uzi had flashed the handle of his gun as well. A representative for Lil Uzi Vert has no comment and when contacted for the story.
Of course. Of course they don't.
React. What do we think about that?
Hey, if there ain't no video, he ain't do that shit.
No,
Nah.
no.
That works.
I tried.
Nah, that was terrible.
That is not how that goes.
That was terrible. Nah.
Right. I mean, don't flash no gun. Don't threaten me with no gun either. If you're not gonna use it. Plus, they have a very tumultuous history anyway, so it's
Let me ask you
split
something.
believable.
What do you think JT should do about this situation? Because you out here pulling up on your ex trying to fight her new nigga and all that, so.
I mean,
She like that shit. She look like type like.
I'm sure if it was me in that position, once you overstep a boundary, then yeah, I'm gonna deal with you female to female. But as far as it's concerned, y'all two need to nip y'all shit in the bud and be done. But if I have to get
Who need
involved,
to be done?
the
Oh, you're talking about Brittany and him.
yeah.
Okay.
But if I have to get involved because you don't know how to chill, because why was she there?
No. He pulled up on them. They was minding their business. So what I'm saying is, if you're JT and you see in the news
Then I
that your nigga,
would check my nigga
your
first.
nigga pulled up on his old bitch
But that ain't
and her new nigga.
But that's JT nigga.
They ain't got nothing to do with y'all.
It don't matter. You don't.
They got nothing to do with JT.
You don't pull up on no. You don't pull
What
up
you
on
mean
no
don't got nothing to
ex
do with
threaten
JT?
him?
JT ain't got nothing to do with that. Why she need to speak on it?
She need to speak to him. Like,
Yeah.
you
Wow.
disrespectful. Like,
Exactly.
so you got it. Let's say, okay, you got a girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
Y'all done been together. Y'all all online. Y'all love each other. This, that, and the
Exactly.
third. He gave you the impression like, I don't fuck with that bitch. I fuck with you.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the impression you done gave her.
So why you pulling up?
Or
on that?
she's giving you, like, I don't fuck with that nigga. I fuck with you. La 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 la. And then you find out that she done found out the location of where her nigga, where her ex nigga at with another bitch, and she done pulled up and basically
Beat ass. And
fighting, putting guns to
From
them.
this story, it sounded like the initial hit was going to St. John. Maybe they got beef outside of her.
So that's even worse. I'm trying to fight. So now she pulls up and she's trying to fight the new bitch.
Right.
Because maybe this bitch said something to her. I don't know. This shit could have been.
Why are you pulling up, period, on either one of them?
Hey, they said he just happened to see him.
This is Brandon. See, this is Brandon.
Woo,
Brandon don't ever want to leave the man's side and be
And it's very
reasonable.
toxic.
Brandon, no. I'm gonna tell you
You know,
what.
Brandon
Tries
is
to fight for the testosterone side of anything. He knows damn well that makes no sense.
But I'm saying, all right, if Uzi and them, let's just say he driving and he happened to see him, which is how I heard the story. I didn't think he was searching around.
I don't care how he found it.
If he found them, St. John said some disrespectful shit.
No. You just skipped the whole thing. You said if he sees them and St. John says no.
No, I'm saying
You
he
got
already-
out the car and pulled up
No,
on
that's what I'm
them.
saying.
They're having a business
But
meeting,
I'm
bro.
saying previously this nigga had said some
Wait.
shit.
St. John ain't never said no shit.
We don't know.
Brittany and JT were arguing, and now you don't know. See, this is what I'm talking about. We gonna ignore him. All I know is Lil Uzi. He the same one who said, "I know it hurts sometimes, but you'll get over it. You'll find another life to live. I swear that you'll get over it." But he's obviously not the one that's over it. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, if you hop out, if I find out that my bitch hopped out the whip to go confront another nigga and another bitch,
I'm gonna have a problem with my nigga.
me and you got a discussion to have when you get home. Like, which relationship do you want to be in?
Exactly, because
Like
it shouldn't matter. That situation should be dead and over with.
Yeah, like you said you over, because I'm sure you kicking it like, I don't fuck with her. Wasn't he the same when Brittany Byrne was saying all kind of shit and her and JT was going back and forth? He told her, man, fuck her. My grandma said you the one for me. He kicking it online like you embarrassing her. Now you done put, not only did you put y'all relationship in jeopardy, you put your freedom in jeopardy.
Definitely.
But I mean,
Because she's participating with the police. So it's like now, like
I'm pressing charges.
yeah. So now you beating on women
can I
and
look
putting
at,
guns to them.
can I
Like,
start looking from a
this
different?
relationship probably over.
But what if, like you said, them two were going at it, JT and Brittany, right? He disrespected his woman, so he's defending his woman honor.
No.
Did I think about it? He went.
And nobody asked you to do that, bro.
I'm just saying, so maybe that's why she would not be mad.
I don't care what she said.
I'm just
Brandon,
going
Brandon,
off-
if a girl,
y'all are 100% right.
On
Y'all-
a female, whether he
Yeah, so
smashed
don't
it,
talk
whether
about
he
something like
finished
what
it,
she-
whether he just pull it out and aim it at her. Don't pull no gun on me.
nothing's
Don't
reasonable
show me.
about.
I'm not
Nothing is
thinking about
logical
that.
about.
Something you
All right,
have to do.
You're trying to
Right
make
off the
something.
bat.
Okay.
You're trying to make something that's
I'm-
illogical logical. There's nothing that Lil Uzi did in that point where it was logical. He should have fucking kept driving.
Exactly.
That's the only thing Lil Uzi should have
He
did.
in the wrong.
You had to confront. You had to confront. That was your first mistake.
Pride.
You pulling the gun out, that's your second mistake. Well, swinging at the niggas,
Stupidity.
like everything you did. Then they said the whole fucking building cleared out and ran out because you put everybody in fucking jeopardy. What if when that gun fell out, the shot went off?
Exactly, because most
Like-
people keep one in the chamber.
Yeah, like you really did some shit. And in LA, you can't drive with you can't ride around with no pistol like that in LA.
Exactly.
So yeah, a little Uzi. Get your shit together, nigga.
Protect your queen, Uzi.
Try to
He
protect.
defending her
Don't go
honor.
to jail, sir.
They don't put no gun out there.
His life wasn't in jeopardy. What he had to protect?
He,
Shit, Brittany the one who
he's
needed the protection.
aggressor in the situation because he
Right.
pulled up. So
Brittany
if
the one.
he was
Brittany
wrong,
the one
he
needed
the one
protection.
wrong.
JT might have said on site, so when he saw her, he's like, well, fuck it. She
That's
ain't-
on site for her.
She said she don't see us.
She can fight Brittany.
Nah.
Why is he fighting Brittany?
Yeah,
You know that nigga little sassy.
He put a gun to her stomach, bro.
That's fucked up. Everything besides the gun.
The whole situation is fucked up. What do you mean?
Exactly.
The
Not
gun-
just
the gun is fucked up.
What?
If we take the gun out of the situation, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
First off, you not gonna, as a nigga, you're not gonna.
He don't-
pull up on
he obviously don't protect black
Not
people.
just you, but as a nigga,
He
you
don't give a
not
fuck.
gonna pull up on me with nothing, no animosity, no nothing.
I'm
Especially if I had
What else
sent
we got
for
over
you.
here, man?
Alright, so academics and my song. So let me see if I can play a little bit of my song. So basically, a couple of weeks ago, when Lil Tim, the guy who's known for allegedly murdering King Von,
It's on camera.
allegedly, he ain't been found guilty.
Exactly.
Allegedly,
Shit happens.
Lil Tim allegedly murdered. He put up he's gonna be a rapper now, and he has a song called "Off the List." And in the video, snippet, just a snippet, you know, he's digging. He's got a shovel and he's kind of like digging maybe a grave. I don't know.
Disrespectful.
So he's digging, and the name of the song's called "Off the List," right? So academics on his Twitch stream, like he always does, he reacts to a lot of shit. So he reacted to it, and he's saying, "Damn, Lil Tim look mad comfortable in this video. Like look at his mug, look at him. You know, he's boosting, right? Like he's being academic." He then said something like to the nature of, man, somebody gotta spin the block, man. Somebody gotta spin the block like Halo or some shit. So he's just running off at the mouth, right? So my son is I want to say he's not really like a active rapper. He used to be a rapper in like the 90s and 2000s, and he ended up going to jail at the, kind of like at the beginning of his career for like 10 years or whatever.
Yeah.
And now he does a lot of activism work and whatnot.
Trying to change his life.
Yeah, and a lot of people would say that sometimes he picks and chooses who he comes at. I don't know. He has something to say about that video of academics. Let's see if I can play a quick snippet. clip. But that's just kind of like the sentiment of what he was trying to push and saying about academics. Do we agree or do we disagree with my son?
I split agree, because even with the whole Tekashi 6ix9ine situation, he did egg a lot of that on.
Mm-hmm.
So
what is egging it on? Is he egging it because he's promoting it?
definitely.
Okay.
How? He got a job to do.
You're right, he does. But at some point, you be like, okay, this shit ain't going nowhere. It's volatile. It's creating other situations. Not only does it create situations for whoever he's talking about, but it puts him in the middle as well as an instigator. So, I mean, he's partially responsible for whatever comes his way,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Brandon, what you think?
At this point, when it comes to media, you can't say that about academics because he don't say it about himself. Like, he's not the type that say, I'm a street nigga, I'm a hood nigga, I did this, I did that. He just reports on shit and he speaks, he gives his opinion. I mean, at this point, I think in the beginning I felt this way, but now it's just like, yo, this is just what he does. I don't think he's trolling. He just reports, get drunk, and say how he feels. I mean, that's just, is it... I know I'm not gonna call him a cancer for doing that shit. Like, you have the right to watch it and continue to entertain that shit, or you skip by it. I don't know. Me personally, that's just how I feel about it.
Okay, so for me, while I do think that what he's saying is true, like, I'm not going to deny that was maybe that particular line where he's saying somebody got to spin the block, even though I know that it is a joke, and if you actually watch academics, I think that's part of the problem. If you actually watch his Twitch streams all the time,
You know he's not that serious.
you know that he's joking.
Right.
So that's another thing when you're somebody like my son who probably doesn't watch the clips, who doesn't watch it in its totality. You grab a clip and you just say that type. You think that you get angry about that. So I think that's kind of that scenario. I also think my thing is, what's really the bigger problem? I think it's easy to go at academics. People love to go at academics because they simply know that he's not the street guy. They know he's not a gangster, and he'll say it. We know that he's like a nerd of hip hop, right? Or that's what it comes off as. People think he just hangs in his mama's basement and all this other shit, right?
Right.
But at the same time, if you're the activist that you are, why aren't you saying why are you not going to Lil Tim? Lil Tim is trying to capitalize off of murdering somebody. He was never a rapper.
True.
He was never a rapper.
True.
In the video, he's literally digging a grave. And he's saying off the list, like he's trying to come up off of murdering, allegedly, King Von. So like, what's the bigger problem? If you go at Lil Tim and you get that and you do that, there wouldn't even be nothing for academics to report. And if we get rid of academics, it's really just the next man up. It's gonna be another nigga on YouTube. It's gonna be the Shade Room. It's gonna be all these other outlets. There was outlets before academics.
Very much so true.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, is academics really the issue, or is hip hop the issue?
He is an instigator. He
How's
is
he an
an
instigator?
While I do think that he does instigate,
Instigate.
while I do think that he does in a form, he does. I can agree with that.
It's a way to give your opinion and move on. But if you keep egging it on,
But see, nobody ever puts up the quotes where he's saying like, I don't want this to happen. Like, I hate these. People only attack him
based off what
for certain things. People are real selective, and that's the kind of the problem I have with my son. Like, my son, you roll around with other rappers that, like he said, like Academic said, like you all talking to Meek Mill in the comments. Meek Mill has never stepped up his subject matter. He's still talking about spinning blocks and doing all this, and he don't do that.
Right.
But you're influencing everybody else to do it.
Right.
So it's like, why don't you get on these people as well? Like, if you gonna get on academics,
Especially if he's your friend.
yeah, like you ride around with a lot of hip hop niggas from hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You work with a lot of people, so it's kind of like, if you gonna say that about academics, then you need to pay attention to the circle you run with. That's all I'm saying. Like, You can get on academics. I'm not saying he's wrong for what he said about academics, but I know I don't see him calling out other rappers. Except for 6ix9ine, which is another reason probably why he hates academics.
He's just another easy target to go with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's easy to go at these people. Go at the people it's not hard about. Like I remember when T.I. was calling out all the rappers whenever they would do some shit.
Yeah.
And you know Lil Wayne was his partner, and people was like, all right, is T.I. gonna say something about Lil Wayne?
Definitely not.
But he ended up saying something about it. He ended up saying something. Now, it was a lot of shit that came with that. You know, Reggie Nate gonna say some shit, and it was all, but you gotta respect it because it's like, all right, Lil Wayne fucked up. Now you saying
as
your
a
shit.
friend, that's what you're supposed to do. Call your friends out when they bullshit.
So then you
Why
call
am
your
I
friends
not
out?
doing it?
Then you call your friends out publicly. How do we know?
If you call everybody else out publicly, then why not? So you have to call your friend out.
Definitely. I agree.
All right, so we respect that, right?
Definitely.
My son,
Question.
it's time for you to get to calling out other niggas, not just academics.
Before you call out your friend,
I might give you a call.
Maybe give a call first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
That's
gonna
all
just
I
I'm
got.
gonna give you a call and I'll be like, hey, player, listen, man.
I'm gonna give you the
You
conversation.
know, this the deal, bro. You know, I've been doing this. I gotta say what I gotta say to you. I'm gonna make sure I ain't gonna cross the line.
But I'm gonna put it out there.
Yeah, I mean, and then
Same conversation I had with you on this phone. Same thing I'm gonna say.
even if I call you out and say I already spoke to him,
Alright.
I'm just letting y'all know this is the basis of the conversation. I told him this is how I felt about it. Boom, boom, boom. He told me this is how he feel about it, and I put it out there. We have a relationship, so I was able to talk to him before I put that out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's ways to go about it without being offensive. I'm just saying, I just think that it's easy to call out academics. Like, nobody gives you respect for calling out academics, except for me, and that's because academics violate him
All the time.
all the time. So, speaking of Meek Mill, in another Hamptons incident, they shut the club down. They shut the club down. You know what I'm saying? They said when this happened, they shut the party down. And he was out. Meek Mill was outside. They said that he was drinking. They said he was. They said he's a lightweight, and he allegedly just, I don't know what the altercation was about, but he was arguing with Travis Scott. They said Travis Scott tried to walk away. They said Meek Mill followed him, argued, yelled.
Antagonized.
You can hear him in the video talking about how he want to fight him, let him go. I guess security was in his face or whatever, and yeah, it turned into a big scene, a big ordeal. What do you think about Meek Mill?
That nigga still the same nigga. Ain't shit changed. That nigga been a simp, Twitter finger, emotional nigga since day one, and that's just him. It's just, some niggas don't change. I mean, you is who you is.
Yeah.
What you think? You think the same?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, especially if you can't handle your liquor and you know you are an emotional drunk. I mean, some shit you just gotta let ride. But of course, when alcohol is involved, that don't happen.
I agree. I think Meek Mill, especially you the nigga that hang around with all the billionaires and then you over here fighting at the billionaire, trying to fight at the billionaire party. It's
It's
just like,
embarrassing.
yeah, like, I mean, I'm one of them niggas who always say, I don't give a fuck about no white people. But at the same time,
You should give a fuck about them white people.
like you,
Exactly,
when
you
you're,
in the Hamptons.
like you have certain relationships with billionaires, like you obviously is trying to make money or learn some game and shit.
Right.
That's not the way to go about it.
Like,
Like,
nigga from the paper,
Robert Kraft.
Nigga, you plugged in with the best billionaire there is.
Come on, man.
Chill the fuck out.
You think these people ain't pulling no strings for him when he was in jail and they was all supporting him and shit? You think they ain't pulling no strings to be the ones to help him get out of jail?
Oh, I'm absolutely.
So that's my thing. So how do you repay them by showing your fucking ass at the damn Hamptons party?
Right.
You should have stayed by James Harden getting tickled. But instead, you want to fight Travis Scott. Like, who the fuck has... It's only Tory Lanez and Meek Mill, niggas who can't control their emotions, are the only niggas who have problems with Travis Scott. What the fuck does Travis Scott do to anybody? He don't even talk. He don't do interviews.
Yeah, I was saying, he real low-key.
And I think Travis Scott would beat him up. Cause Travis Scott got too much energy for me. Like, he look like he'll bite you. Like, he's the type of nigga, he's gonna bite you, kick you, scratch you.
Ain't no rules.
Yeah, there's no rule in him. Like, you know, niggas be like, yo, let's just head up. Like, no, Travis Scott was like,
So So you throw your hands up, this nigga about to jump on you, bitch you on your neck, goddamn, choke your ass out.
Yeah, Travis Scott look like he gonna fucking nigga up. Like you fight with him, you gonna make sure either win, lose, or draw. You ain't never gonna fight him again.
Definitely.
I know that. Have you seen how he shoot a basketball? Hell no, he's not trying to play with Meek Mill. So, hey. So I'm gonna call it out. I got a question, right? Matter of fact, let me see if I got the sound. Let me play the sound first. Let me start the show. Alright, so for those who didn't hear that clearly, that was Jack Harlow. You know, I guess he one of those popping.
Trying to shoot his shot.
And he came up to Sweetie while she was interviewing with the Shade Room. He introduced himself. He said, "I'm Jack. How you doing?" He said some other shit. I couldn't really hear it like that. But he was saying, like, I just want to introduce myself. That's what he's saying. I just want to introduce myself or whatever. She was like, "I know who you are." And he was like, "Okay." And she said, "Why are you shaking?" And he's like, "Me? I'm not shaking." And he put his hands on her hands. It was like, "I'm not shaking," or whatever. And kept it moving, right? So Jack Harlow, after that, on Twitter, he became a sex symbol. Like, all the black women was like, "Yes, I love it for her. I love Jack Harlow," this, that, and the third. And let me see. So my thing is, do white men? This is in terms of like hollering at black women, right? Mm-hmm. Do white men get away with more? Like, do they have to do less to be sexy to black women? Like, are black women easily impressed by a white man?
You're the only one that can answer this.
So I think they definitely have to do more because there's more to prove, but less in a sense when you think they have money, because then you like, oh, white man, good credit, he got good money, he probably got a good corporate job, but as far as approaching me, yeah, you definitely gotta come hard. You gotta.
So let's say that you're Sweetie. Okay. Right? What in that whole situation, everybody's thinking that's impressive. Do you like everybody's like loving him now, right? Okay. Like I've seen people saying like, of course he's invited to the cookout, and they're like, oh, he dropped a music video, and they're like, oh my god, he's so sexy, and blah blah blah. I've never like seen no women say that Jack Harlow is sexy until now. Right. How do you feel about it if you're Sweetie in that situation?
I mean, you're cute for your effort. I give you that. But does that make me want to go ahead and hop on and give you a chance immediately? Definitely not, because you got some shit to prove. Because, sir, still, I don't do pink penis, so you definitely got to give me, give me much more than the hello, how you doing, and you nervous while you shaking my hand, because that's already giving me a sign. Why are you nervous when you approach me, so why are you nervous?
Maybe he was nervous because you're impressive.
Yeah.
No.
Because if you shake it while you shake my hand, yeah, no.
I definitely think that white men don't have to do as much just because. I'm not saying like you can just bring anything. You can just say anything. But I think it's something different for black women a lot of the time. So they look at it like,
y'all gonna laugh at the jokes a little quicker.
Yeah, because we definitely think you got a corporate job and a little bit more money than
I think if a black man would have went up and said to Sweetie, hey, how you doing? I'm 50 Cent or whoever. I'm not saying just 50 Cent, but just another rapper, right? Right. I think half would have felt the same way they felt about Jack Harlow, but I think the other half on Twitter would have been doing think pieces like, why is he interrupting her business? Niggas ain't shit. Why are we like, you know what I mean? Like, it would have been like, he's disrespectful, sis. Like, he's thinking about him. I think that would have been Their
Yes and
angle.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Because, yeah, it would have, depending on the approach. If the approach was the exact same
Mhm.
and it was a black man, I'm not going to say, oh, you just interrupted my shit and just, you know what I'm saying, you was disrespectful. No.
Mhm.
But I'm going to be like, what's up? Like, nigga, why
But
you here?
but if that was a white man,
Then, I mean,
you
yeah,
gonna laugh it off a little more.
I'm gonna laugh it off and I'm just gonna be like, okay, so you done? But at the same time, it's, you know,
It's cute.
definitely, cause yeah, I mean, niggas is niggas, white men is white men, so that's what it is.
I feel you. Hold on. So yeah, I guess we'll get to what's scenario real quick. Let's get there. Let's see what's going on. Here we go, yo. Say what? What's the scenario?
Hey.
All right. Erica Mena and Safari are going through. The matter of fact, this is a little different. We never did no real life. What's the scenario, right? So we gonna talk about Erica Mena and Safari right now, right?
Okay.
Erica Mena and Safari are going through a divorce, and it's very nasty.
Right.
They have a baby that's just been born prematurely. Erica, a few weeks ago, said that she didn't want Safari in the room when the baby was born. She also complained about him not being there when the baby was born while celebrating his birthday in Jamaica. She also complained about women fucking with him and then she said basically like, why are y'all messing with a married man? But she also filed for divorce. Break down the wrongs and the right of this situation.
You don't want me in the room, so why the fuck does it matter where the hell I'm at? Wow, you just want me sitting outside? Now, is it still COVID rules where you can only have one person?
That was really about to be my next question, because
that changes my answer.
If it's COVID and you don't want me in the room, I can't sit outside.
But
I'm just putting that out
As
there.
long as it's time for me to be back I'm back before it's time for you to come home.
no.
Which
What's
one
the wrongs?
If your kid was born and he was born prematurely, whether it's one person in the room or not, you need to bring your ass to sit in there so you can do skin to skin.
You can't.
No,
She
what
don't
we're
want him
saying,
in
she
there.
don't want him in the room.
We say shit, but we don't mean it.
Mean what you say.
It don't matter.
Say what you mean.
It don't matter.
What the fuck? That's the most bullshit. God damn. You done got me hot.
Very much so true. Say what you mean what you say. However, if this is your kid, not only is it your second born, but it is your first son, it's your boy, it's your prodigy, right? So you should want to be there every step of the way.
But
so
you don't want me in the room.
You don't have to be in the room with me. But, however, if your son is in the NICU, we don't have to interact. Bring your ass to the NICU when I'm not there.
Okay, now, I just had a kid during COVID time.
Me too.
But,
You can only have one person in the hospital. I can't go to the NICU.
and I also been in
Yeah,
the
you can't even go to the
You
NICU.
can't.
You better look at his ass through the window.
There is no
You
window
can't.
in the NICU.
It don't matter, so be your ass.
What, in the parking lot?
So where's the other baby, and why are you not spending time with her if I'm in the NICU with your son?
That's another story. I don't know. I can't speak.
The baby might have been in Jamaica with him.
I can't
She
speak.
won. We saw the videos. His ass
can't-
dancing on the boardwalk.
I can't
That don't
speak
mean
to that situation.
that don't mean that.
Listen, we're not gonna add that in there because we don't know where the baby is. The baby could be in safe hands. She might have told him he can't have a baby. My mama gonna watch the baby.
But
We do not know.
in their divorce, they're asking, so he can see her.
Yeah, because obviously it seems like she tries to dictate situations.
Which in this situation.
As a woman,
Exactly.
as a woman who does
Men don't have
most
rights.
of the work,
Men don't have rights.
men have some. If you want
They
to
gotta
be
go to the
a
judge.
willing and active participant,
So,
yes, you definitely have rights.
all right, let me say this. While I do think that maybe he shouldn't have went to Jamaica, first of all, he might have already been in fucking Jamaica. I don't know. because his baby was born premature.
You never know.
Okay.
So
And
listen,
you a
listen.
celebrity
I'm
and
not
you
saying,
got money,
listen.
fly back,
I'm not
you
saying.
got your kids.
Wait,
It
hold
don't-
on,
it don't
hold on,
matter.
hold on,
I'm
hold
still
on,
your
hold on.
wife. This is still your kid.
All right,
So you
listen.
fly back and you
Okay,
make
let
sure
me
we
finish,
good,
let me
and then you
finish.
go back.
Let me finish.
You got the money to do it.
Okay, cool. I'm not saying what he did was wrong. That is definitely wrong.
Definitely.
Nigga, you got a baby. But what I will say is, she opened up Pandora's box for this situation. You know who you married.
Definitely.
We know who you are, right?
Definitely.
So for one, about this whole situation with the hospital, you on here putting up your fucking long type story when everybody remembers that just 2 weeks ago you were saying you didn't even want the nigga there. And I can tell you from a nigga who just had a baby 6 weeks ago that you cannot be just sitting in the lobby if they don't want
Sit your
you in.
ass in the car.
Wow.
You still can't
What
come
about
in
going
without
in
the
the car?
without the person who's having the baby's
FaceTime.
consent.
See your son.
Wait,
Face
listen.
off on the couch.
But time out.
Now why you
Wait, time out. She has to give the consent for any of that to happen.
Mhm.
So my whole thing is, the reason why I say she opened up Pandora's box is like, y'all could have been adults and figured this out.
Definitely.
Y'all could have been adults, but you wanna control the situation.
As most women.
You're saying,
oh,
I really wanted
that
you
right?
to act like this.
It's
That's wrong.
As an
You
alpha,
opened up the door for this
as
baby.
an alpha woman, no, it's not always right. And I'm an alpha woman, and I'm a very dominant person. So no, it's not always right, and I know it's not. But at the same time, if you fuck up, in my opinion, yeah, I'm going to make shit hell for you.
But hold on, what did he
Yeah, or
fuck
not.
up? She found. Okay, so look. On top of that, right?
She filed.
You're out here.
After what?
You're filing for divorce, but
After what? After he did what?
I don't
After
know.
he was on Twitter hollering about that getting married was his biggest regret.
Sound like a truth to me.
That's an opinion.
It sounded like the fucking truth to me. They both. So this is another problem. They both take everything to the internet. We're not gonna act.
You
He's
damn
guilty.
right.
We're not gonna act like she doesn't do the same thing.
True.
She's wanting a sympathy party right now.
So what's the difference?
So my whole thing is,
The difference?
I'm really confused.
My
about
whole
that.
The nigga gonna always be viewed like a piece of shit, especially if it don't matter. It's your son. He's born prematurely. Everything else should
and he
stop.
can't do nothing about it. No, you shouldn't be in Jamaica.
Exactly. You should not be in Jamaica.
But-
Everything should stop. You should be saying about your kid first.
But did she
Fuck-
not open the
fuck-
door for this type of
Fuck the
behavior?
life, fuck the marriage, fuck all that extra shit.
But he
Fuck
can't
your
just walk.
kid.
He just can't stand
It
up
don't-
in
it
here.
don't
That's what I'm trying to
matter
tell
if
you.
You can't just walk in or not. I've been in the hospital during COVID too, so I understand.
But niggas can't
But
just walk up in there. So what is he supposed to do?
sit your ass in the parking lot. When I come out,
So when she walks out and she just walks right past him,
so you can see your kid.
Okay, you talking about after the.
but it sounds like she doesn't want to
Yeah.
get.
So you talking about was the baby's in the NICU? You take like visiting
Yeah.
hours. Okay.
Okay,
You go-
but look,
But
okay.
your son is
So let's
10
say
days old in the NICU,
All right.
and you ain't seen
That's
your
different.
son yet.
Cool.
That is
So
a
how long has the
problem.
baby been born when they showed
10
that?
days.
So the baby was 10 days old.
The-
So he was
she posted
already
today
there?
That the baby is 10 days old.
Today.
Today.
So he
let's
was
say
already. So he was already there, correct?
I really don't
From
know.
what
He's
I
already
seen,
there now.
it sounded like he was there. And he
Okay,
left.
so fly your ass back.
Okay, so look, I do think he's wrong with that.
Mhm.
I will agree.
Definitely.
But I think that she opened the door for all of this. You're coming at women talking about why are you fucking with a married man while you filed for divorce.
And you fucked with a married man before.
You're right.
She did. That is her. That is
Now I
her
ain't gonna hold no
past.
past against you.
That is
But if
her
you filed
past.
for
I'm not gonna hold that
divorce, at
against you.
that point we're separated. Once you file for divorce, we're separated. I can do what the fuck I want to do.
See, and then
And I can't even come and see my fucking child. She sounds very
that's where it
controlling.
gets messy for
How is it
men and
messy?
women.
She sounds
because
controlling,
niggas
bro.
always feel like they can do what the fuck they want to do.
No.
And as a Scorpio, yeah, definitely. That is definitely a control factor. I'm a Scorpio too, and I get it.
So listen to yourself.
You sound stupid.
No,
You sound stupid.
I don't.
You sound stupid.
I get it.
You
I
sound
get it.
stupid.
No, I don't sound stupid. I feel like if I'm not in control, shit does not go right, and it don't get handled how it's supposed to be.
The way you want it
And
to
see,
go.
that's where
Exactly.
you're a selfish ass nigga. Because that's the whole issue about this situation. I don't want you in the room. I don't want you in Jamaica.
But
I don't want you messing with other women.
I don't want you
I
around
wanna
me, but I
divorce
want
you.
you around our kids.
Wait, listen. I just want you to listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you in the room.
You're talking.
I don't want you
Mm-hmm.
to mess with other women. but I want a divorce.
Exactly. So, yeah.
So she's selfish.
Exactly what? You got nothing.
No. I was finna
You
say.
sound stupid.
I was finna say, going through a divorce and you actually initiate that and you file and you're in the court system and this, that, and the third. As a man, I'm not finna hold you to no loyalty to me. At this point, I am done with you. I have done all that I can do.
All right.
Right? So you go live your life and you go be free and you do what you do. But if you have a premature baby, I don't give a fuck if I file for a divorce or not. Your kid.
We've all agreed that he's wrong. We've all agreed
So
that
it
he's
don't
wrong
matter
there.
if I said don't be in the room. It don't matter if I said nigga don't be around me. You should still see about your kid.
Oh, shit. But yeah, I mean, my thing with this, with the premature is only if, you know, if he's able to go in the
Even if he
room.
wasn't premature.
I think if he wasn't, he shouldn't be in Jamaica.
He
He should at least be in the States. He could party in New York. He could party in Atlanta. He could have did whatever he needed to do. I do agree with that.
Celebrate your birthday
Safari.
closer.
Yes, I do think Safari is
Anything
wrong.
can happen and anything can go wrong in the NICU and your son is 10 days old and anything can go wrong. And here we are. So what happens if something go wrong and it's, you know.
I do agree. While I do agree about that. Everything else though.
Nah.
And all I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying it's right. What I'm saying is, you know who you married, right?
That's almost.
And so what I'm saying is, hold on.
That people change.
Listen, okay, but obviously neither one of them changed. That's why they're going through a divorce.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying is, all I'm trying to say is, she opened up Pandora's box.
I don't want you here, but shit.
I don't want you here. He says, blah, 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 blah. Now, his wrong may be wronger than her wrong. But you got to take some kind of accountability in this situation because you tried to be petty and he wanted to be more petty. You knew that this nigga was petty and that's what you did. And then you get online and you crying.
But a Scorpio is the wrong one to be petty and...
And he's a Cancer, correct?
Yeah.
So that's why I don't like you. You a Scorpio, I'm a Cancer, I don't like you.
Whatever, I get along very well with Cancer.
Who don't? I mean, everybody loves Cancers.
Whatever. Oh, dude.
But you was starting some shit today. Anyway. Cut and Sticky. Cut and Sticky has came up in life and he's now a multi-millionaire. He's been dating a girl for 1 year and it's not working out. She feels like since he upgraded her life, she should be allowed to continue the lifestyle for a certain amount of time post-breakup on his dime, or she should get a severance package. Do you agree?
Go ahead, woman in the wrong.
Well, see, because I'm a different type of female, I don't want to get from niggas.
Don't give us the different type of female. Give us the female perspective.
I mean, most females, especially nowadays, yeah, if I give you my time and you shit on me, I'm definitely going to want some shit back. But that's a different type of
Wait,
female.
but why do we just assume that he shit on her? He said, all I said was, it's not working out. We're automatically assuming that because
the nigga was the fuck up in the relationship.
See, that's where you're going wrong. This is what I'm talking about right here. Do y'all see how women think? Why does he just said it's not working out.
It's not working out.
Have you ever been in a relationship where things was just amicable? Like, we two different people, it don't work. Like, y'all ended, y'all could still be cool. Like, shit just don't work like that.
Sir, going through that situation now where we have become two different people after 12 and a half years, yes, I understand. However,
I'm talking about a year.
Exactly. So when I say people change and it no longer can be amicable, because I am the amicable one in the party, that nigga is the toxic one. So of course he's the fuck up. So what makes you think? No. It's not. So what if the nigga was the fuck up? Who said it was her?
Listen,
if I'm asking for a severance package, that means the nigga's the fuck up.
The reason that I can understand that. I guess you say I still don't agree with it.
Oh.
But what all I'm saying is all I'm saying is crazy is that they both recognize that this relationship isn't working.
Exactly.
I'm not saying he did anything wrong. I'm not saying she did anything wrong.
Recognize that the relationship don't work and somebody will still fuck up the situation and make it toxic.
No,
saying is that they grew apart, bro. Like you gotta expand your relationships. It happens.
I'm not saying that that's what happened. It doesn't always work like that. People just honestly could be like, baby, listen. Baby, listen. I got love for you. Listen to this.
I love you today. It's no love lost. And we can go our separate ways and be amicable about this shit. But it don't always work.
Okay, but I'm saying that's this situation, though. That's this situation. It's not that Cousin Sticky didn't fuck up. Let's say that, okay, so let's say this. Let's say Cousin Sticky, he just became a multimillionaire and he does a lot of business now, right? Investing his money and shit, and he's never at home. She wants a nigga that's at home. Are we gonna say that he's a fuck up? No, we're gonna say that Cousin Sticky is a good man, he's worried about his business. She's worried about the relationship. It didn't work.
Exactly.
She said she wants a severance package.
Pay me for my time.
Okay, I'm just saying because you're going for Cousin Sticky ain't shit, he fucked up, blah, 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 blah. We're not going there. We're just saying that it's a situation where it don't work out.
And if it don't work out, then so be it. Then they should be two grown adults and go their separate ways. But if you
Severance package, should it be a severance package or should he maintain a lifestyle for a while?
No. If it's just an amicable decision to split and nobody has fucked up, then definitely we should just go for our separate ways and live the life.
We had to go through all that just to get you to say that. All of that.
But if somebody has fucked up, I definitely want you to pay me for my time.
So if Cousin Sticky cheated,
Definitely pay me for my time.
he should pay.
Yes.
There's no ring on his finger.
I don't care.
Women are fucking delusional.
Yeah,
Women are fucking delusional.
Not
delusional.
Women are fucking delusional.
You got to think in that year's time, especially if we're
I don't
living
give a
together.
fuck
I am
either.
taking care of everything for you in home, like washing.
No, the fuck you're not. I'm a multimillionaire.
That don't mean shit.
I'm hiring somebody. I'm hiring somebody. I'm a multimillionaire. What the fuck would I ask you to clean up my drawers for? When I get,
Because you're a multi-millionaire.
motherfucker, you and me
Don't
going on
you
trips.
gonna hire no damn maid.
Listen, Tracy,
Just
I can see why Cousin Sticky will have a problem with your ass.
because I'm married.
Your logic fucked up.
No, it's not.
You
I'm
sound
married.
stupid.
If you say it one
You
more time,
sound
I want you to
stupid.
say it one more time.
Listen. If you ain't married, you ain't getting no fucking alimony, because that's what you asked me for. What the fuck do you deserve any of that shit for?
Regular people who
You
are
weren't with
married
me
before
scratching
don't
off
get
the
alimony.
scratch off? You weren't with me scratching scratch off with Cousin Sticky? The fuck do I give a fuck about you for? Bitch, you was here along for the ride. Your ass fucked up. Or maybe I ain't feeling you in the motor. Pussy dry. I don't know what happened. I ain't fucking with you no more. You got to go. Back to the ghetto you go, bitch. Do not ever in your motherfucking life think that I need to pay you a fucking severance package. You better take your ass to Apple if that's the fucking case.
Oh
The fuck you think you is? Second of all, if you ever thought I was gonna maintain your motherfucking lifestyle while I'm out here trying to fuck new bitches, you got me fucked up. This room is for this room. Matter of fact, leave your clothes, leave your clothes, leave your shoes, leave them press-ons, leave that weave you like, leave that motherfucking wig. You got to go, bitch. The same way you came in, you're leaving out. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. You think you deserve all that? I would be petty just because you said that. Just because you asked me some stupid ass shit like that. I ain't entitled to nothing. You got to go.
He said what he said.
You hear that? Stop playing with me. She going to hell. Trying to manipulate. That's the problem with this generation now. Women really, I'm not saying all women, but a lot of these young girls, they just think they're entitled to shit like you was not married. Why do you think you need alimony?
No, where is that alimony?
That's alimony.
No, I'm not telling you to pay me monthly, but I'm telling you.
You're telling me to either take care of you for a certain amount of time.
Me forever either.
This is the question.
Okay.
I'm saying, she's saying, take care of me for a certain amount of time or give me a severance package. Do you think that severance package is just a little bit of money and he's a multimillionaire, or do you think she asking for a lot of bread?
She's not asking for a lot, I'm sure. I'm sure, and it ain't shit to him.
You sound stupid.
No, I don't.
Alright, anyway. Amari Bailey, this is another real one, but I added a little extra to it. I'm not saying this is the specific situation. Amari Bailey is a top recruit in high school basketball that plays alongside Bronny James. That's LeBron James Jr., right? Mm-hmm. Drake is cool with, obviously, LeBron Sr. and Bronny Jr., and he often comes to the games in California. It turns out, though, that Drake has been coming to the game because Amari's mom is thick. How thick? It's like trying to suck peanut butter through a straw, baby. Recently, Drake was spotted. So today, right, or yesterday, Drake was spotted with Amari's mom on a date. Like a helicopter flew over the Mets Stadium and just happened to see their ass having a fucking candlelight dinner, right? He ran shit up. It was some gangster shit, right?
Okay.
But he certified little boy, right? So this is where I'll add to it. Let's say Amari knew nothing of the sorts about this situation, and now everyone is teasing him on social media. His teammates is making jokes. Everybody's making jokes, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a mom, as Amari's mom, should she have told him the deal, or is that grown folks' business?
Grown folks' business.
Why?
You're my child. I don't report to you. I don't have to tell you what's going on in my life. Granted, because of who he is, people were looking for him. People scoping him. So if we was in a low-key setting, nobody would have known anyway. So unless it's serious, I don't have to ask your permission, and I don't have to tell you shit. As my child, I'm the parent. You the child. So.
As a mother with a teenage son, you should already know what's gonna come with this if you dating Drake.
Yeah.
Now, in her defense, I feel like she told Drake, look, my son, it could be bad look on him for one reason or another. You know, if we do something, it has to be super low-key. I don't want this seen. Drake thought he probably did the most low-key shit he ever could come up with. So on that end, if that was the conversation...
Most low-key would have been at home.
I mean, who the fuck is gonna go out? They live in California. He's at the Met Stadium. That's in New York, right?
No, he's at the Dodgers Stadium.
Oh, he's at the Dodger Stadium. Oh, okay.
That's in LA, right?
But I mean, who
But I mean,
would have
but
thought
Drake-
a helicopter would have just flown
Yeah,
there and
nobody's
zoomed
gonna
in
think.
on?
But
I
let's
get
get back on track. Now, if that conversation wasn't had, and you thought you was out here willy-nilly dating Drake, she fucked up. Like, she at least should owe her son that, hey, look, Drake want to take me out on a date, and I just want you to know.
Why do
So
I
if
owe that, please?
you really don't owe it to him, but the caliber of nigga that it is, like, get this nigga prepared. So if he need to get his comeback jokes ready, like, get this nigga ammo. Like, you can't just sit this nigga in blind. Like, you gotta really think about it. Niggas, you done seen niggas get roasted.
Definitely.
Alright, help your son out. Don't leave your son out to dry. Help the nigga. At least give him a heads up. I'm not telling you.
On a date with
No,
the man?
you don't. He doesn't have the right to say yes or no. You should or should not do it. All you said is,
So,
look.
so my son
hey.
told me no, I don't want you to date Drake because somebody is
Alright, let's
going
grow
to
up
tease me.
Let's grow up for business. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Okay, so let me say this, let me say
Exactly.
this.
But
Same thing I said from the beginning.
But what I'm saying is, at least give him the
heads up.
The heads up.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
let me say this. I think you're looking at the situation like this is just like some regular shit going on, right? And it's not. He's not a regular basketball player.
Right.
He's a top recruit in the country.
Okay.
His mom isn't a regular woman. She's thick as fuck. No, listen, wait, hold on.
Okay.
Let me get my point.
Mm.
You gotta take in fact too
He probably already
that
did.
Drake is showing up to the games, and he's showing up with LeBron. He's showing up with Bronny and shit. But then it turns out she's in the background of the picture. She's sitting 2 people away from him. They're all jumping up and everything. He's acting like he doesn't even see her
Okay.
at the court. But then it shows up.
Low key, okay.
But then it shows up like, oh, I'm fucking with her, right? So you gotta know that your son is finna catch hell in this situation.
Yes.
Now, all I'm saying is, if you fucking with Drake being that he's such a high profile athlete himself, I think it would have been, you don't have to, and I think that's where a lot of parents go wrong. They be like, I don't have to, I'm the parent, blah, blah, blah. That's just kind of the end all be all. But sometimes, you do kind of owe your kids a little bit more respect.
Okay.
And all I'm saying is, I'm not saying you should be giving him an option as, can I date him or not?
Right. I was about to say,
You should be saying, listen, son, and I'm not saying that she didn't do this. Remember I said I added on to this. All I'm saying is she should have said, listen, son, me and Drake are involved, or I'm getting to know Drake.
Okay.
I just thought that I'd give you a heads up because I know who you are. I know that you're a future star, and I know that things could either go really bad or really good in this situation. But I just want you to know so you aren't caught off guard, you're not surprised. Like a
That's
courtesy,
understandable.
like he said. That's all I think that should have just happened.
And that's understandable, and that's cool. But if it was just, even if he was coming to the game and just chilling, that's cool, right?
I'm just saying, don't have a nigga all in my face cheering for me at the game. And I'm thinking like he just fuck with me because he fuck with Bronny and he like my game.
Basketball.
That's true. But now I gotta look at y'all different. Cause y'all set me up for the joke. Y'all alley-ooped me for the joke.
He took me on one day.
So he's
Wow.
trending.
So
He's
I
trending.
didn't have to say.
You know he's
Hey,
trending.
he took me on. He's thinking about taking me on a date. Let me ask you.
Imagine you went to practice today.
Okay.
You wore out. You take you a midday nap because you tired as fuck. And you wake up to see your name trending. And you're a 16-year-old boy and you ain't never been trending on Twitter ever. Just to find out it's because your mom is fucking Drake.
You don't know what they fuck.
It doesn't matter.
It's Twitter. It's Twitter.
What's that?
We automatically assume that
Scottie Pippen's son? It's the same shit.
embarrassed. He was embarrassed.
He was most definitely embarrassed. That was a different type of situation. Now,
But you're the top recruit. You gonna get even more. They're gonna come at you even harder.
it can go both ways.
You see, you're not being understandable because you digmatized by Drake. You
I'm not.
digmatized by Drake.
Definitely.
You looking at it from a digmatized
that
perspective.
nigga is not
I'm
my type of nigga.
I'm saying like you're the mom. I'm not saying you're Tracy. You're the mom.
Mm-hmm.
You're digmatized already. You should have been talking to your son, but instead you're willing to creep around with Drake, even at your son's basketball game. How many times has niggas been told, yeah, this your uncle at the and he at the basketball game cheering you on, but knowing when you go to the locker room, he feeling that ass saying, hey, I'm gonna tear that up tonight, the same way that your son tearing these niggas up. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful.
Okay.
Hey Justin, you ever mess with a girl with kids? Back in the day? That wasn't your girl?
Yeah.
You walked in the house like, oh, this is mommy's friend. We about to go in the bath right quick.
I never had that issue growing up or as an adult. So.
I didn't say no. My mom never did this. My mom was a single mom. I never had that happen.
Oh, my parents didn't know that.
And
we know.
I never.
We know.
But I have been in a situation where I messed with a girl. And mind you, the reason we stopped talking because she said she only had 2 kids and she had 3 low key. But
You got mad because of woman?
I mean, I wasn't sticking around. I wasn't sticking around regardless. I was trying to get my rocks off.
Give me stepdaddy vibes.
But I just thought that shit was crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? But I just remember her saying like, "This is Uncle." When I walked in her house, she said, "This is Uncle Justin. Y'all gotta go to the room." No, she said, "This is Uncle Justin." Yeah.
I never got hit with the uncle card. I mean,
That's what she said, and I was like 22 years old. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, don't.
So it's time for that. Alright. Facts and cap. Lil Baby says she's still natural if she got it from her stomach. Facts and cap. So she basically took the fat out of her stomach and put it in other places. Her boobs, her ass.
I mean,
Is that natural?
facts is natural, but
Facts.
I mean, yeah. If it don't match, then it's cap.
That's cap. Now you gonna say it don't match.
Because
But she got it from her. She got it from her body.
You got it from your body. That is fine. More bless to you too. But if it don't match, like you can have the biggest fucking stomach and the flattest ass in the world, right? And you take that shit and you transfer it from the front to the back, and your thighs don't match. Yeah, that's cap because we know it ain't true. Whether it's true or
Okay,
not.
so you talking about just it depends on the proportion. You're
Yeah.
saying in general.
In general, I mean, technically speaking,
Technically,
it's
all
facts.
hers. It's just not growing in this natural flow.
I would say I think it's cap.
I only think it's cap.
Just because I'll put it like this. This is why I say that. While I do feel like it's not necessarily fake, I do think like if your body was never able to be proportioned like this, and it's proportioned just because you got it from another section of your body, that would make it cap to me. But that's only because it's facts of cap purposes. Would I appreciate it? Yes. But I do think, like, let's say that you got it, you know, from your stomach, and your ass was never able to do, you did all the squats in life you can do. And your ass is now all of a sudden it's just fucking ginormous, then no.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah, I just think it's
Especially because
cap.
people don't, I mean, I see females all the time that was small, got BBLs, that was big, they got BBLs and lost weight, and it's just, good job. I mean, some of them be looking rough. I mean, especially if they get bigger and things don't match, and when they get smaller and things don't match, it's a problem.
Yeah.
So it's like, because they feel like some feel like they get the surgery and they don't have to maintain, and it is definitely hard to maintain, to stay and look
I know
proportionate.
women. I think everybody knows women at this point who got BBLs.
Oh, you
And it just looks
definitely
like the
feel
most
different.
painful shit ever.
I've seen some great ones, I've seen some horrible ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay.
But you can always tell.
Alright. So another one. We got two more. Facts or cap. At a certain age, a man should not have a roommate.
Oh,
Facts
most
or cap?
definitely.
Okay, explain.
Nigga, at some point we gotta be an adult. And like you need to
what?
be an adult. Don't do that. I can't help it. I can't help it. It's the piercing and adult. So
Nobody tell you and
Facts or cap. A girl with two piercings on her tongue is a freak.
well, she got 3.
With
Tracy!
I don't have 3 on my tongue. It's just 2.
Okay, that's none of my business. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It's just 2.
Alright.
It's 2 on my tongue. Stop counting it. But yeah, definitely as a grown ass man, like, I'm not trying to come to your house and you fucking 30 and up and you got a roommate and we gotta be quiet because your roommate in the next room over.
You ain't got to.
It don't matter. I'm not here to entertain your roommate too.
Cap.
Okay.
Because I feel like you don't know the situation or what's the game plan. Like, if you got a roommate for a game plan, then there could be more to it. Like, alright, we're gonna do this shit for 2 years. It is what it is. Oh, I just got a divorce. I need to goddamn get my shit right. You got an extra room. You let me rent a room out to the
That's
spot.
cool.
Alright.
But that's cool.
But I feel like after a certain age, it needs to come with a plan.
Okay, so I also say cap, and I think once again Tracy is being selfish as a woman, thinking about herself, and the first thing she thought about in the scenario was,
You don't want to
I can't come over there and be fucking.
So, that's not what I thought about.
Okay, fuck.
What I'm saying is,
That's not what I
my advice to
That's-
let's say that a 31-year-old man had another 31-year-old roommate. My nigga, if you're living the life you should live, like you're living within your means,
Cool.
you're doing what you do, cool. I would say, if you are going to entertain a woman, you should probably do so outside of the house.
Definitely.
Which means you should go to a hotel, you should do whatever you do.
And if
And like he
that's
said,
cool, and if that's
you could
cool,
be
that's
having a
cool.
goal. Like, say if it's like, hey, listen, I'm trying to save, I need to save, I've been saving up bread, I need to save up another $8,000 this year,
But most
$10,000 this year
most
for a
people,
house.
I'm not even gonna say most guys. Most people get complacent.
Listen, I
They
get
can
it.
start off with a plan and
But-
they get complacent.
okay,
and
but
then we
look.
5 years later into having a roommate and we got a problem.
Okay, so that's where it turns into that situation. But what I'm saying is, if he has a plan and it works out, then is he wrong for having a roommate? No.
No.
So all I'm saying is, now do I think that there are niggas that's out here in situations where like it's like, damn, you probably shouldn't have a roommate. You just out here
Just having a roommate.
Yes.
A roommate.
I agree, but
And
I
you don't
also
want to be
think.
grown and take care of your own responsibility.
Yeah, but do I think that there are situations where niggas are roommates because, like, say it's a nigga, he travels a lot. It doesn't really make sense for him to just be paying for an apartment like that. So maybe it's like, you know what, I can catch me a little extra bread by, save some money by, listen, boom, play it, look, I'm never really gonna be here, bro.
I just think
You can come over here, I'm never gonna be here.
True, but I think a roommate situation should always just be temporary. It should never be like a long-term thing.
I don't think do niggas really go into situations thinking of a long-term roommate?
Some.
I never met niggas that did that. I know that niggas have discussions where it might be in limbo, where like a nigga out there years might be like, hey, are we resigning leave? And usually when a nigga get a girlfriend, the nigga out of there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's kind of like more so a limbo situation.
Again, it depends, but if you just have a roommate just to have a roommate just to be living with the nigga, yeah, no, we got a problem.
Alright, so let's go to the
Cause that made me fearful that you can't take care of shit by yourself.
I mean, that's why you should get to know the nigga better and understand his financials and what does he do for a living. That's why
Most
you ask
people
some
lie
questions.
though. You can be.
Niggas out here lying about what they do for a living?
Some do. Some do.
Man, hell no. You
Some
cap. Niggas is not out here lying about what they do for a living. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I ain't going for
You
it.
sound stupid.
Say it again. Say it again.
Say it again.
Alright, let me get to the last one and we gonna wrap it up. Cause Trace need to eat these wings.
Oh, get off me and my wings.
A man you're dating
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't take the trash out of your apartment when he leaves is not the man for you. Facts or cap?
I wouldn't say he's not the man for me, but I'm definitely gonna say something because why you can't take the trash out? It's something simple. It's
Pretty obligated.
not out. Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
That's about the most honest thing you said the whole show.
Again, yes. If you come to my spot and you fucking on me, or if we just chilling or not, the simple thing is like, oh, okay, the trash is full. I'm sure you have put trash in it because at some point I pray to God you
He
have
put
washed.
the condom in there.
I was gonna say wash your hands and put
He
your
put the
towel
condom
in the
in-
trash
he
can,
put the
but
condom
not
in
the
there.
condom, sir.
What if you did that in the bathroom?
My bad, y'all ain't using condoms. My bad.
Who knows?
My bad. I ain't
Raw
gonna-
dog.
No, sir. Anyway, but yeah, definitely take my trash out, especially if you pass it on the way out the door.
For sure.
That's the least you. Especially if you didn't make.
I would say, yeah, I agree. I think that's cap. I'm not gonna say that that's not the man for you, because women sometimes they can be demanding. They can be looking for shit. Like I look at it like this, right? I was arguing with some girls one time on Twitter. They were saying like, if a nigga don't open the door or whatever for women, he's trash or like, you know, like. So I was trying to explain to women that, like, to the women, right? These particular women that I think this is the problem. I think a lot of women look at one thing and be like, and tie it to like why he's not for you. But like, what if he does so many other things great?
Right.
You know, like in present day, let's be honest, a lot of men don't have the old school chivalry, like as far as open the door. But they might be great in all other aspects as far as chivalry. You know what I'm saying? Like,
everyone brought up like his pops went around, or his pops didn't do that, and the niggas that he sent
Okay,
along
yeah.
around, like they just didn't do that.
or
Or you
maybe
got a
he-
very independent mother that like that shit went big to them, so they just did shit on their own.
Yeah.
Like,
I must admit, I know for a fact I see
don't
Brandon open the door for his wife more than I do for my girl. But when I think about it, I be like put like this. When we're out on a date, when we go out, some intimate shit, I'm like, oh, let me get that door for you.
Don't just do it on the.
But if I'm not saying that I'm doing it like I say fuck it. What I'm saying is sometimes it just slip my mind. But what I'm saying is if I'm coming outside, sometimes.
Is she invisible? How does it slip your mind?
Sometimes I don't even think Jasmine is looking for that. That's another thing.
It don't matter if
Jasmine,
she's looking for it or not.
Listen. I'm not saying that I couldn't do it more. I'm trying to take accountability here, and you just want to fucking be on my ass. Shut up. You sound stupid. All I'm trying to say is, there may be other things where she's just like, you know what? I mean, I don't care if this nigga don't open the fucking door. He do this. He do that. He's good at this. Like.
Because as a man, I always expect a man to do what a man's supposed to do.
So
see,
you
that's
expect,
what you expect from a man. Like, not.
what about your expectations? What if you? So you've never been short of any expectations as a woman. Like you just perfect.
I wouldn't say that. I would not say that.
Well,
However, with my man, like definitely he didn't ask want for nothing. I mean, clothes wash, food's cooked by the time he get home from
Let me ask you
work.
this.
So little shit like taking out the trash, opening my motherfucking door. That's little.
let's say that he take out the trash, but he don't put the trash bag in your trash.
I will put the trash bag.
No, I'm just saying, y'all live
That's
together.
fine.
Let's say y'all live together now.
Uh-huh.
The nigga don't put the trash out.
But he should.
You mad about that?
No, I'm not. I'll put the trash bag in. At least you took the trash out.
Okay.
Cause I mean that's happened quite a few times.
What if he take the trash out, but he always forget the recycling bin?
I don't recycle anyway, so it don't matter.
Damn, y'all kill him the earth.
Huh?
Y'all kill him the earth.
I mean the cabs don't recycle anyway. I mean it's all over the news.
Well, there you have it.
All right, hey, you know what? This is one of my favorite episodes in a long time. Shout out to Tracy Young.
Tracy, you'll be back soon.
Tracy Young, look, you did a good job, man. I appreciate that. We're gonna let her go so she can get her wings and stop judging my fucking white socks.
merch.
Black
Yes,
pants.
white socks, black pants, and black shoes don't match. Please, black socks. It's the aesthetic of it all.
Episode
Catch your
52.
motherfucker.